The Nutty Truth, a tale of health and discovery in Maplewood. In the quiet town of Maplewood, Ohio, where the leaves turned golden every fall and the community center buzzed with potlucks, Ellen Harper was known for her zest for life. At 67, Ellen was the heart of her neighborhood, a retired nurse who now led the Maplewood Senior Wellness Club. Her days were filled with yoga classes, book clubs, and her famous homemade trail mix, which she proudly shared at every gathering. But one autumn afternoon, a chance encounter at the local farmer's market set Ellen on a journey that would change how she and her entire community thought about their favorite snack: nuts. Ellen was browsing the stalls, her reusable tote bag slung over her shoulder, when she overheard Dr. Michael Bennett, a local nutritionist, chatting with a customer. "You know, some nuts can do more harm than good, especially for folks over 65, he said. Ellen's ears perked up. Nuts? Harmful? Her trail mix was practically a town staple, packed with peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts. She'd always thought they were the epitome of healthy snacking, heart-healthy, keto-friendly, and full of good fats, just like the labels said. But Dr. Bennett's words lingered, and she couldn't shake the feeling that she needed to dig deeper. That evening, Ellen invited Dr. Bennett to speak at the next Senior Wellness Club meeting. She also rallied her best friends: Carolyn, a 70-year-old retired teacher with a passion for gardening; Tom, a 68-year-old veteran who loved his daily walks; and Linda, a 66-year-old artist with a knack for baking, to help her prepare. Together, they'd uncover the truth about nuts and share it with Maplewood seniors. What they learned would not only reshape their snack drawers, but also spark a movement toward healthier aging. Worried about eating the wrong nuts? If you're 65 or older, type 1 now to discover the 4 nuts you should avoid, and the 4 that could boost your health. Chapter 1: The Shocking Truth About Nuts. The community center was packed that Thursday evening, with folding chairs lined up in neat rows and a table of refreshments featuring Ellen's trail mix. Dr. Bennett stood at the front, his laptop projecting a slide titled, "Nuts, Friends or Foes for Seniors." The room quieted as he began. "Did you know that nearly 70% of older adults are eating nuts that could be quietly harming their health?" he asked. A murmur rippled through the crowd. These nuts are often marketed as healthy, think heart healthy or keto approved. But for folks over 65, some can increase inflammation, raise bad cholesterol, and even damage vital organs like your liver or brain. Ellen exchanged a glance with Carolyn, who clutched her notepad, ready to jot down every word. Tom, sitting beside her, whispered, "My doctor's always pushing peanuts for protein." Could he be wrong? Dr. Bennett continued, "The worst part? One nut in particular, found in almost every senior's pantry, has been linked to liver and brain toxicity when eaten too often. It's even recommended in many low-carb diet plans, but it's silently wreaking havoc. Today, I'll reveal the 4 nuts you should avoid and the 4 you should embrace to protect your heart, brain, and bones." The room was hooked. Over the next hour, Dr. Bennett laid out the science, and Ellen's group took it upon themselves to spread the word. Here's what they learned, and how Maplewood seniors put it into action. Chapter 2: The 4 Nuts to Avoid. Nut number 1: peanuts, the silent inflamer. Ellen had always considered peanuts the all-American snack. From ballpark games to peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they were a staple in her life. But Dr. Bennett's first revelation hit hard. Peanuts weren't as innocent as they seemed. Peanuts aren't even nuts. They're legumes, he explained. They grow underground, which makes them prone to aflatoxins, toxins from molds linked to liver damage and cancer risk. As we age, our bodies are less equipped to detoxify these compounds. Ellen thought of her peanut butter toast, a daily breakfast ritual. "But I buy natural peanut butter," she protested. "Even natural peanut butter can have issues," Dr. Bennett said. "Peanuts are high in omega-6 fats, which can tip the balance against omega-3s, fueling inflammation. For seniors with arthritis or heart concerns, this can worsen joint pain and cardiovascular risk. Plus, the vitamin K in peanuts can interfere with blood thinners like warfarin, which many of you may be taking." He also pointed out that commercial peanut products often contain added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and sodium. Trouble for the 2/3 of older Americans with high blood pressure. Improperly stored peanuts could turn rancid, forming free radicals that accelerate aging, and the roasting process created acrylamide, a compound tied to cognitive decline. Tom, who had a family history of memory issues, raised his hand. "So, no more peanuts at all?" "Not necessarily," Dr. Bennett said. "If you love them, cut back and swap them out a few days a week with walnuts or almonds. You'll reduce your risk while still enjoying a crunchy snack." Ellen took this to heart. She started experimenting with almond butter and shared samples at the next club meeting. The seniors were skeptical at first, but the creamy texture won them over. Nut number 2, cashews. The blood sugar bandit Carolyn was the cashew queen of Maplewood. Her cashew-crusted chicken was a potluck favorite, and she always kept a jar on her kitchen counter. But Dr. Bennett's second warning made her rethink her go-to nut. Cashews are high in carbs, about 9 grams per ounce, and have a higher glycemic load than most nuts, he said. For the 25% of seniors with diabetes or the nearly 50% with prediabetes, cashews can cause blood sugar spikes that strain your system. Carolyn, who'd been monitoring her prediabetes, felt a pang of guilt. She'd been snacking on cashews thinking they were a smart choice. Dr. Bennett explained that cashews' health halo led many seniors to overeat them, not realizing the impact on glucose levels. Their smooth, curved shape also posed a choking hazard for those with swallowing difficulties, a concern for many in the room. Then came the kicker. Cashews contain oxalates, which bind to calcium and reduce absorption. For seniors at risk of osteoporosis, this can weaken bones, Dr. Bennett said. Oxalates also increase kidney stone risk, which spikes after 60. Raw cashews, he added, naturally contain urushiol, a toxin found in poison ivy, though processing removes it. However, the high heat roasting often used damages their fats, and added salt in commercial versions raises blood pressure. Plus, cashews' enzyme inhibitors can hinder protein digestion, a problem for seniors whose protein absorption declines with age. Carolyn decided to switch to almonds for her recipes. She tweaked her famous chicken dish, using almond flour for the crust, and shared the recipe in the club's newsletter. The seniors loved the nutty flavor and felt better knowing they were supporting their bones and blood sugar. Nut number 3, macadamia nuts, the caloric culprit. Tom was a macadamia nut fan thanks to a Hawaiian vacation years ago where he'd fallen in love with their buttery taste. But Dr. Bennett's third warning made him reconsider. Macadamia nuts are a caloric bomb, he said. At 200 calories per ounce, they're the most calorie-dense nut out there. For seniors with slower metabolisms, this can lead to weight gain, which stresses the heart and joints. Tom, who'd been trying to shed a few pounds, winced. He hadn't realized how quickly those handfuls added up. Dr. Bennett explained that macadamia's high saturated fat content, 3 grams per ounce, could raise LDL, bad cholesterol, a risk for the many seniors with heart concerns. Their hardness also posed a danger to aging teeth, especially for those with crowns or implants. Then there was the gallbladder issue. About 15% of seniors have silent gallstones, Dr. Bennett said. Macadamia's high-fat content can trigger painful attacks. Add to that their high cost, which often led to buying lower-quality, rancid batches and the heavy salting in store-bought versions, and macadamias were a risky choice. Tom switched to pistachios, which offered a satisfying crunch without the caloric overload. He started bringing a small bag on his walks, enjoying the act of shelling them as a mindful snack. At the next club meeting, he shared how pistachios helped him feel full without the guilt. Nut number 4, pine nuts, the medication menace. Linda, the artist, loves sprinkling pine nuts on her salads and blending them into pesto for her gallery openings. But Dr. Bennett's final warning was the most alarming. Pine nuts were the top nut to avoid for seniors. Pine nuts can interfere with over 60% of common medications, blood pressure drugs, statins, even antidepressants, he said. These interactions can reduce your med's effectiveness or cause side effects, and most doctors don't mention this because it's not widely discussed. Linda, who took a low-dose statin, felt her stomach drop. Dr. Bennett went on to describe pine mouth syndrome, a condition causing the metallic taste that could last weeks, leading to appetite loss and unintentional weight loss, a serious issue for seniors at risk of malnutrition. Pine nuts' high polyunsaturated fats oxidize quickly, fueling inflammation, and their slippery texture was a choking hazard for those with dry mouth from medications. Most concerning, emerging research linked certain pine nut varieties to macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. Linda, whose mother had struggled with vision issues, was sold. She replaced pine nuts with sliced almonds in her salads and pumpkin seeds in her pesto, sharing her new recipes with the club. The seniors appreciated the crunch and felt safer knowing they were protecting their eyesight. Chapter 3. The 4 nuts to embrace with the bad nuts exposed. Dr. Bennett shifted gears to the good news. 4 nuts that could supercharge senior health. Ellen and her friends were eager to stock their pantries with these powerhouses. Nut number 1, almonds. The bone builder. Almonds are a senior's best friend, Dr. Bennett said. They're packed with calcium and vitamin E, which strengthen bones and fight oxidative stress. Ellen learned that a quarter cup of almonds provided 97 milligrams of calcium, crucial for counteracting bone loss after 65. Their magnesium helped calcium absorb into bones rather than arteries, reducing calcification risk. Almonds' monounsaturated fats lowered bad cholesterol, and their 3.5 grams of fiber per serving combated constipation, a common issue for 40% of seniors. Research from Tufts University showed almonds' antioxidants protected brain cells, potentially slowing cognitive decline. Ellen started snacking on 15 to 20 raw almonds daily, choosing skin-on varieties for extra flavonoids. She shared almond-crusted apple slices at the club, a hit with the group. For those with swallowing issues, she recommended almond butter spread thinly on whole grain crackers. Nut number 2, walnuts. The brain booster. Carolyn was intrigued by walnuts, especially after Dr. Bennett noted their brain-like shape. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that supports memory and cognitive function, he said. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily improved seniors' processing speed and mental flexibility. Their polyphenols cross the blood-brain barrier, fighting inflammation linked to Alzheimer's. Walnuts also contain melatonin, aiding sleep, and arginine, supporting blood vessel health. Carolyn started eating 7 to 9 walnut halves daily, storing them in the fridge to keep their oils fresh. She cracked them herself, enjoying the motor skill practice, and added them to her oatmeal. The club began a Walnut Wednesday tradition, sharing walnut-topped yogurt parfaits. Nut number 3, pistachios, the blood pressure balancer. Tom was thrilled about pistachios, which Dr. Bennett called a natural blood pressure pill. Their high potassium to sodium ratio, 285 milligrams of potassium per ounce, helped lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, rivaling some medications. Pistachios' lutein and zeaxanthin supported eye health, potentially slowing macular degeneration. Their soft texture was gentle on aging teeth, and shelling them encouraged mindful eating, reducing calorie intake. Studies show that visible shells made snackers more aware of portions. Tom aimed for 49 pistachios daily, choosing unsalted versions to support his diabetes management. He shared pistachio-dusted smoothies at the club, and the seniors loved the vibrant green color and satisfying crunch. Nut number 4, Brazil nuts, the thyroid tuner. Linda embraced Brazil nuts, which Dr. Bennett hailed as a thyroid powerhouse. Just one Brazil nut provides 137% of your daily selenium, essential for thyroid function, he said. Selenium supported energy, metabolism, and mood, addressing thyroid dysfunction affecting 1 in 5 seniors over 65. Brazil nuts' fatty acids preserve nerve function, aiding coordination and reaction time. Their bioavailable selenium was more effective than supplements, and their fiber and oils relieved constipation. Linda ate 1 Brazil nut daily, storing them in the fridge to preserve freshness. She warned the club not to overdo it, as excess selenium could cause toxicity. Her Brazil nut energy bites, mixed with oats and honey, became a club favorite, and members reported feeling more energized. Chapter 4. Maplewood's Nut Revolution. Armed with their new knowledge, Ellen, Carolyn, Tom, and Linda transformed Maplewood's approach to snacking. They launched a Nut Smart campaign, distributing fact sheets at the community center, library, and farmers market. Ellen revamped her trail mix, blending almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and a single Brazil nut per serving. Carolyn taught cooking classes, showing how to use these nuts in salads, smoothies, and baked goods. Tom led walking groups, handing out pistachios as post-walk snacks. Linda created colorful posters highlighting the Fab 4 nuts, displayed at the senior center. The campaign wasn't without challenges. Some seniors missed their old favorites, and local grocery stores were slow to stock unsalted nuts. But the club persisted, partnering with a nearby co-op to source high-quality almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts. They even convinced the Maplewood Diner to offer an almond-crusted fish special, which became a hit. Health improvements soon followed. Carolyn's blood sugar stabilized, and she felt more energetic in her garden. Tom lost 5 pounds and noticed lower blood pressure readings. Linda's cholesterol improved, and she slept better, thanks to walnuts' melatonin. Ellen, who'd worried about her bones, felt stronger during yoga and credited almonds for her newfound confidence. Word spread beyond Maplewood. A local newspaper ran a story on the Nut Smart campaign, and Dr. Bennett was invited to speak at a regional senior health conference. Ellen's trail mix recipe went viral on a community Facebook group, with seniors across Ohio sharing their own nutty creations. Chapter 5. Lessons for a Healthier Future. As winter settled over Maplewood, the Senior Wellness Club gathered for a holiday potluck. The table was laden with almond-crusted cookies, walnut-stuffed dates, pistachio smoothies, and Brazil nut bites. Ellen looked around, her heart full. The room buzzed with laughter and stories of newfound energy, sharper minds, and stronger bodies. Dr. Bennett joined them, raising a glass of almond milk. "You've shown that small changes, like choosing the right nuts, can make a big difference," he said. "It's not just about what you eat, but eating with awareness." Ellen nodded, thinking of her old trail mix and the journey it sparked. She'd learned that aging well wasn't about deprivation, but about making informed choices. The Fab Four nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts were more than snacks. They were tools for vitality. As the evening wound down, Ellen shared a final thought with the group. "Our snack drawers matter more than we think," she said. "The right nut can be like medicine, while the wrong one might hold us back. Let's keep choosing foods that help us thrive." The seniors cheered, and Maplewood's nut revolution continued, one crunchy bite at a time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and share with your friends. Your support keeps these stories alive. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And if today's story touched your heart, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, stay well, and see you in the next story.